Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, looking at a T Fal. Belongs to my daughter. I think it's the newest one that has the digital readout control panel. And she says it's lighting up and running, but not heating. So this is something that may be simple, and maybe something that's a bit more complicated, but really there's not a whole lot going on. But the electronic part certainly is a bit confusing. If it's in the electronics, it's going to be difficult to fix, I would think. So that's the power button there. As you can see, it's a pretty robust keyboard there. And it's set at 180 now, 15 minutes, that must be the time. I've never used this before, so I'm going to assume I powered it off. Okay, it's back on. Let's have a look at the display here. No idea. Temperature control here. Okay, knock that back a bit. Okay, it's running. And let's say we're going to cook some pizza or whatever. I don't know. This is pretty complicated. Oh, start, stop. I see it now. Right down here. Start, stop. So let's do it. Okay, fan is blowing. These top vents here, I'm feeling cold air. We'll run it a few seconds. Increase the temperature, I guess. Let's get a rocking here. 200 degrees Celsius. And the timer over here, everything seems to be functioning. There's a timer button here. Oh, 59. No, we don't go there. 2 should be fine, thank you. And now it's blowing cold air. So I suspect this is not the switch, anything in the electronics department here. It's just like blowing like a fan. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, okay, so it's probably something to do with the element. I'm going to shut this off. Unplug the unit, and taking out the bowl here. Okay, put that to one side. Now, in here, oh, okay. I think I see the issue right away. It looks as though the unit is unplugged now. It looks as though the element has destroyed itself. So, and the fan is up above here. Yeah. So the fan blows the the hot air down into the basket here. And as the fan blows, the heat coil heats up. So, I don't know how to get access to that. This is a pretty cumbersome setup here. How to get into that burner. Obviously the element is cooked. And before I go any further, I'm going to zoom into here. This is the model. All the information on this unit, in case this may have happened to you. Made by T Fal. The only way this will be able to be repaired, I mean, I'm looking at it now, just assuming, is if I can buy another one of these coils. So it just clips on here on this side. This is just holding it so it don't drop on this side. I see that, and it goes up into the component bay, we'll say. through here, 2 screws holds that in place, the plate. However, one would have to figure out how to remove everything, the top piece, to get at the element, because I'm not going to be able to get at it there unless it just plugs in. If it pushes in, if it's just pushed in, that's fine. We may be able to do something. So I will go a bit further now. I'm going to shut up the video, save on time, and see if I can get this element to pull out. If it doesn't pull out, there's probably clips inside. It should be easily repaired because this section don't come apart. So one would think if you can replace the element, it should be a bit easier. Technologically, they should have made it that way. So let's go in and see if we can get that element out. Okay, it's quite the complication to get into it. I have the unit upside down here now, and it looks like this. I had to took out these 3 screws here, hoping to get the top off, but that's going nowhere. The element is loose now, but it won't pull up out of the bay. It's down into like a plug-in down there, if you can see that. So I'm kind of reverse engineering now, and gee, now I got this off, and so we're going to go in, and we'll have to unclip these clips here, up here. Not too bad to take off, and that'll give us, Lord, that one's rock solid on there. Let's try again. I don't want to destroy anything, although it's probably already destroyed. That's totally incredible how that could be so on there, stuck. Almost as if it's welded on there. As I say, I don't want to break anything, but gee, that clip is well in there. So again, it's sometimes a struggle. So the blue wire goes to this over here, if I can remember that. And yeah, that definitely gotta get rid of that to free up this. Unbelievable. There you go. I don't know what they've done here, if it's been soldered on or what, but I mean, I'm all but destroying. I'm going to destroy this and take the switch off this wire. There we go. And we have some wiring to contend with here. Okay. So it's not still not getting anywhere, really, because the problem is we have to get in to get access to this, and this here bottom part has got nothing to do with it. There's a switching mechanism for when you pull out the pan, kills the breaker, kills the switch, the power. It's a pretty neat situation. So, really just got to go back on because I got to invert it and try to get the top off to gain access. I'm not seeing anything here, but I'll do an inspection and get back. Shedding a bit more light, we now see the bottom going to come off because we have screws here around the perimeter holding the top section in place. Another one here. I think that's it, actually. Nope, there's another one here. Back here, and then one back here. So we're going in. It's either this is going to work or it's not. As simple as that. And I got to see about this coil. If there's a replacement coil on the go, we're good. I got to say, it's I don't know how they put this together, but obviously it's a certain way it has to go together in order for it to come apart. The element is not budging. It's locked in place, I guess, by clips or something. I can only lift it so far. I've tried to use a bit of force to pull it through, thinking it might be just a plug, but it's not budging. I have this, the top, getting ready to be let go from the bottom, but it looks as though there's screws here, and on the same place on the other side, up this way, upward, that you can't get at. And so it stops. As you can see, the top is, this is upside down now, but the top is not letting go from the bottom. I see a sensor here, that must be the, right here. That's a heat sensor, I would think, right there. It tells the thermostat to switch on and switch off. And as you can see, the center of that element is fried, so I got to get into check the element for sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but removing this top part is like I really feel bad for the Chinaman that had to put this together, because it's got to be just one simple way to do it, but if you don't know, it's big trouble. Okay, I refocused and figured, what the hell, let's try to remove this top plate where the heat kind of dissipates through the top, and it looks like I'm in, so I'm just going to be careful here not to break any wires. I'll be right back. Now we are indeed getting out somewhere. Have to remove these clips here. Again, they're pretty tight. I mean, I'm not going to complain, because typically loose clips causes trouble, so try to unplug them. I have to do that off camera, and then this section will come off, and I'll give you a peek at what's inside the top here. Be right back. Okay, the clips came out here. As you can see, that's where they go. Two prongs there and a bigger one here. That's the top unit, and this is the digital display. That's separated. That's pretty easy to figure out. And now we go inside, and we see 4 bolts here. 4 screws, I should say, right here in this section right here automatically. That will give us access to the bottom. So again, off camera to save time. Okay, with a little determination, letting go these 4 screws here, 2, 3, and 4, and a little wiggle jiggle, and the bottom plate, the secondary bottom plate, I should say. There's a one plate goes in here. I'm sorry, top plate, the programmable keyboard here, and then the top comes off, and now we have access to the bulk of the T Fal Air Fryer. Have some circuitry here, a couple of relays, and but what we want to hit right away, and what we want to look at, is this here. Here are the prongs, and they are indeed screwed on, as you can see. So I'm going to let go one of these. I'm going to let go this black one here, and I'm going to get out my meter and test to see if indeed the element is gone. Okay, there's just one wire on this element here. I think I could test it in circuit, but just in case, I'm going to remove this wire so it doesn't create any resistance and cause it to beep. And I'm pretty sure the element is gone. I mean, you know, let's face it, it looks pretty cooked to me. I've seen elements bad before like that, and that looks like it. So here we go. We have the meter set to ohms, and checking it, and we go on the element on this side, and over here, and the element's dead. So I apologize for the cumbersome disassembly of this. I've never done one of these before. I have one myself. It's the kind of like the analog one. This one's the digital one, but they're similar. Now I have to try to source the element and see how much it costs. If it's $50, $60, I'm just going to say forget it. If I can get it delivered for a reasonable price, I'll certainly consider getting it, and I'm just going to put this to one side for now, and assemble it again. Of course, the assembly would be the same thing as the reverse as the disassembly. So, and again, I apologize. Like I said, this is my first time getting into one of these, so next time would probably be a lot quicker, and so that this video is going to be a bit long. But that's the way it goes when you're troubleshooting things that you haven't done before. So look forward to part 2 if I can get another heating element, I guess is what it's called. I'll pop it in and put it back together. I'm sure I'm missing a few screws, but I got lots of screws here, replacement screws. Some are over here right now. And there's a few on the floor, and I lost a washer, but I'll collect all that. Anyway, thank you for your patience and for watching. I hope this is helpful in your disassembly and a bit of a troubleshoot, and we'll see where we go if we can get an element in part 2.